What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rianne Friend, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. Hopefully everyone had an amazing week and we are headed into the weekend. How is everybody feeling today?
Excited for another weekend. We only have a few left in the summer, it feels like.
It's flying by.
I mean, really, it really is only a handful.
Yeah.
Before August comes around and we get that change. But it's hot. It's a heat wave. That's really, I'm excited for the weekend.
Okay.
Thrilling. I don't have anything to say about the weekend.
Thrilling.
Yeah.
I had a great week. I had a really great birthday yesterday. It was fantastic.
Hey, gal.
I saw Drake and 21 Savage, thanks game time, Tuesday night, which was unbelievable. It was seriously an amazing concert. Like one of the best I've been to. The graphics, the effects, everything was insane.
Can you give us the rundown?
Well, what do you mean? Like
what happens?
Well, Drake goes on.
No, not what happens, but like, it's him, 21, and then Drake goes first.
Well, Drake goes first, and he plays a ton of songs, old, new, all the good stuff. He plays all the good stuff, or my personal favorites, honestly. And then 21 Savage goes on, and I also love 21 Savage, but that was like a big bathroom break for some people. But I personally love 21 Savage, so me and my sister were going crazy. And then they come on together, which is not the same for every concert. 21 Savage is not at every concert, which I did not know. I thought he was at every concert. He's not.
21?
He's not at every concert.
Really?
Yeah. I thought he was at every concert.
Same.
He's not. And I said that to you. I was like, is 21 Savage not at... Because I haven't seen a lot of videos of him. But I knew he was at ours because I know the tickets. Like, I knew the setup of that. But I loved it. It was amazing. It was like the most fun I've had at a concert. Like, genuinely hyped up, like dancing every second.
Any celebrity sightings? Like, because I know he usually like shows whatever celebrities are there.
I didn't see any celebrities. He started off with his mom on stage, which was... Me and my sister were crying our eyes out. Like, we both cry at the same stuff, and we were both sobbing. And the people around us were just like, what? Like, we're just like crying at him and his mom on stage. And it was just amazing. Like, the effects were so cool. A lot of it was funny. He's pretty funny on stage. He had an evil Anna Wintour up there when they, him and 21 Savage did the song where they say, like, don't tell me that you model unless you've been in Vogue. And they did that fake Vogue cover when that song came out. And Anna, I think she sued them. And so they put up like graphics of like an evil Anna Wintour, which she looked terrifying, but I thought that was hilarious. Like the whole show, it was one of the best concerts I've been to. Like I seriously enjoyed myself from beginning to end. We also timed it perfectly. We went to dinner because we were like, we don't care. We don't know who the opener was. The opener's been changing. So like we don't really care about the opener because we're going to see Drake and 21 Savage anyway. Like you're getting both of them. So let's time it so that we can like go, and when we sit down, Drake comes out. We timed it perfectly. We got done with dinner. We showed up. We got in our seats at about 9:05. Drake was coming out by like 9:12, 9:15. Like it was because I looked at my phone because I asked somebody who had been to the concert on Sunday what time he comes out, and she said 9:15. So I was like, all right, we just have to make sure we're in our seats by 9 because between 9 and 9:15 he's coming out. It was just so fun. In the middle of the concert, he was like, for like a couple songs, he was like, I'm just gonna hang in the DJ booth and turn the lights off and you guys just act like this place is a club. And he was just like drinking with the DJ, but it was good because he just played a little snippets of those songs that you don't need to hear the whole thing. Like you just need a little bit.
Was that Zach Bia?
I don't know.
Because he's the one, I think that is Zach. When he does that, I think it's Zach Bia.
Was it Zach Bia standing there?
Yeah.
I think it is. I think Zach Bia is on tour.
Oh, I have so many videos that I was just focused on Drake. I didn't look at the DJ
sure
whatsoever.
He's like the DJ who's like...
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I'm going to have to watch my videos back because I took a million of him in the DJ booth because it was right near us. But it was so much fun. I really like just had the best time at that concert. I was on a concert high. I was watching back and I took videos of like my favorite parts. First of all, I've talked about this before. I hate when people film the entire concert. Like, how are you supposed to go crazy during your songs if you're filming the whole time? And so me and my sister were just like enjoying the moment. It was awesome. We really just had the best time ever. And then The next day was my birthday, and I had such a fantastic birthday from the minute I woke up to the minute I went to sleep. Like, I couldn't have a better birthday. Like I was saying, I think this was the best birthday I've ever had in my 20s. My earlier birthdays, like, meh, you know, they were kind of like, I look back at some of them, like, those kind of were eh. But this one was just like the best birthday ever. I like had such a great day. Really, truly a great day. Didn't make it to the movies because we were feeling too good. We had some bottles of wine and we were feeling great, and we did not make it to the movies.
Honestly, the least surprising thing ever. When we recorded and you said you were gonna go, you switched it to go see, or you were like you accidentally switched it. You were gonna go see Oppenheimer after dinner, 3-hour movie at 9 p.m. I was like,
No,
I feel like this.
yeah.
I feel like this might be a skip.
Yeah.
Wait, I have one more thought about the Drake thing. I find it kind of interesting that he goes first,
Why?
because I just feel like he's so much bigger than
Except
21
he has
Savage.
an opener.
I think it's because he has an opener, and I think it's because he has so many songs that he plays. Like, I have the set list.
Like, to me, it just makes sense for it to be like an opener then 21 Savage then Drake.
I think it was perfect the way it was set up because people were then hyped up already. So 21 Savage didn't feel left out.
So does Drake leave the stage when 21 comes out?
He leaves the stage. 21 Savage doesn't do a ton of songs. Drake does 1, 2, 3, 4.
If I was 21, I'd be like, I have to follow that.
Yeah, right? Like, I'd be like, let me go first with my 8 songs or however many he does.
Drake does 36 songs.
Damn.
And 21 Savage does...
But not not fully. Not like some of them are
21
like
Savage is 12. Yeah, they're all like partial. And then 21 Savage has
yeah.
12 songs. And then they do 5 of them together after.
Okay.
I personally love the setup because halfway through Drake, I was excited for 21 Savage. And I guess that is how... I think it's a good way to break it up, in my opinion.
I think you're also... of course, there are tons of people that are fans of both of them that are there. So, like, you're excited for both. But I bet you there's a bunch of people that, like, go for Drake at 9 o'clock and then leave.
Yeah. Or, well, the songs together are, like...
At the end.
To me, the ending of them together was, like, the best part.
Okay.
But it was great. It was great all around.
Yeah.
But, yeah, did not...
Was that Barclays?
MSG.
Oh, MSG.
Well, he did Barclays.
He did 3 at Barclays, 3 at MSG.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I feel like I saw every single human being on social media go to one of the shows, whether it was at Barclays.
I heard Travis Scott was there last night.
Oh, really?
I feel like so many people went on Wednesday night. And Noah, you successfully sold all your tickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you make a profit?
I think I made maybe a couple $100 overall on all 4 tickets, which just... And then I was like, you know what? Like, part of me, because over the weekend I had still had that one ticket, and I was like, I kind of wish I had it last night because I would have just gone.
I texted Noah and I was like, you are severely missing out on this concert by not going. Like,
but like part of me is
you
just like,
love concerts,
but a rap concert, I know, but like just me by myself, I would have gone. But
I
like,
will say there is something about like being with your friends and like getting hyped up together and you're singing and you're dancing. Like
if
alone.
I'm watching someone like John Mayer, like whatever, but.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just like me, like getting hyped by myself.
Right. There is an element like
fair.
where you're jumping up and down and like there's nobody next to you.
Yeah. And like the people next to me are like, this guy's weird.
I get what you're saying, but it was definitely the best rap concert I have seen. Like it was awesome. It was genuinely
I've never been to a concert
awesome.
Like with like insane effects or anything.
It was crazy. Like I was so impressed with the effects because the first time I saw Drake, he had none of that. And this was like effect after effect. I filmed a lot of it. I'll show you. Where it was like crazy.
It must take so long for them to set up.
It was so cool. It was really so much fun. But yeah,
you were hyping up the graphics.
They were awesome. The graphics were sick.
In my mind, I'm like, I think about how long it takes us to set up for our live shows. Imagine like the amount of people that need to set up like those, like that huge statue or whatever. Like,
it was so cool.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Well, they definitely have a bigger team than like 7 people.
Yeah, that's true.
And what was the favorite part of the B-Day?
Oh my God. It was, I honestly had the best, like I woke up and the whole kitchen living room was set up with like balloons and flowers and chocolate covered strawberries. And then there was this box. I was surprised with butterflies again, which was so cute. Like this box where
he's like set a precedent that like he's got to get you butterflies for like everything.
Yeah, I think that this is just the thing he's doing now, which is funny and also cute. But you know, all the good stuff. He got me one of these. It was a cute little gift where like when you can't decide what to get for dinner and it's dice and you roll the dice and it like lands on a cuisine. That was really
what
cute.
do you want to eat?
It was what do you want to eat? But so many cute little things, and I just have never woken up to that on my birthday. Like balloons, flowers, the whole thing, presents set up. Like it was like Christmas morning, but my birthday, which was awesome. And then, oh my God, so funny. So Fran texted me and she said, I sent you something. I don't know when it's coming. Like just be on the lookout, whatever.
Can I put a disclaimer that I also like in my mind, because I know that Matt, I'm really using Matt these days, that I knew that he was like gonna spoil you. I'm like, so in my head I'm going through like what I could send you. I'm like, he's gonna get flowers. They love the chocolates. I don't want to do edible arrangements. Like she's gonna have that already. I was like trying to think of something that you wouldn't have gotten.
It was,
and now
it was perfect. But she texted me. She's like, I got you something. I don't know what's coming. Whatever. This delivery guy calls me. He's like, I got flowers for you, and he's yelling at me. And I'm like, he can't find where my apartment is. We're going back and forth. He's like, I'm like, I don't know where to tell you to go because I don't know where you are, sir. And he's like, well, somebody's got to tell me where to go. I was like, put it in your GPS. And we're going back and forth yelling at each other. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know where you are. Going back
delivery
and forth.
guys like not knowing how to like follow directions kills me. That's the whole job,
right? Or ask somebody else around you because I'm not there. I don't know where you are. How am I supposed to tell you where to go?
It's my birthday.
Yeah, leave me alone. But he drops it off. I go downstairs to get it. It's not flowers. It's this beautiful like arrangement of just Italian stuff like crackers, cheese, pasta, sauce, olives, a bottle of wine. I'm like, oh my God, who sent this? Like so I peeked into the card like as I was going in the elevator up. I didn't open it fully yet, and I just saw Maria, enjoy your gift. And I didn't see the rest of it. And I was like, interesting. This must be from somebody who like I'm not super close with, but they felt like they had to send me something. And so I open it up and it just says, Maria, enjoy your gift from Francesca. And I lost it because as I'm thanking Fran for, and I knew this had to be an automated message, but as I'm like texting Fran thanking her, she's like, was there a note that came with it? I didn't see any option to give a note. And I was like, oh my God, Fran, you have to see the note that it came with. I was crying because it was so not personal that I couldn't stop laughing. And I was like, I'm saving this forever. I will never forget this note.
I was dying because like, you know, I went too many steps and it was a website. Like I wanted to find something local so that it would be easy to deliver. So I was like looking for something in Jersey City. And I went through the website. I'm punching everything in. I'm doing it on my phone. And I like, you know, I put in my credit card info. I do the whole thing. And then I went through like the gift section of it. But then I just must have missed like the little personalized note button to like include a message. And so after I hit purchase and like I got the confirmation order, I was like, oh God, it didn't give me an option to leave a note. I hope it at least like has my name on it or something. So it's not just a mystery. And honestly, the website was kind of weird. I couldn't track it. Like if I clicked the link to track it, it just brought me to like a broken URL. So I was like, I was like, do I try and call them and put a note in it? I was like, you know what? I'll just figure it out.
It was perfect. No, it was genuinely perfect. And honestly, I loved it so much. Like I was like, this is the most thoughtful gift to send somebody because you're right. Like, you know, the boyfriend takes care of flowers and all the romantic stuff. And you covered all my Italian side, and
I was like every year I get her like cupcakes or like you know people send flowers. I was like I'm just gonna send her like meat and cheese.
It was perfect. It was so Fran
and a bottle of red.
Let me tell you, I cracked into we had a full dinner at Lucali in Brooklyn, which is amazing. You know, great pizza, all the good stuff there, and we got home. We were feeling great. We did not make it to the movie. And then I was like, let me crack open that cheese. And I just was like biting into it like a Neanderthal. Like I was like just like chomping on the cheese. I would put the pasta away. I was going to make pasta this week. There was olives in there. Had a little bit of that. We opened the bottle of red wine. I actually put it in the fridge before I left. I was like, I'm going to chill this for later. And then we came back. We had that. We had it in the Friends cups you got me, yes. Which was so cute. It was great. I loved it so much. I thought it was so thoughtful. I was like, this is such a great gift. Like, oh my God, wow, she really cares about me. Like, I was like, wow, this is so cute. I loved it. I loved it so much. But it was actually a good thing you didn't send me any more sweets, because I had a cake in the morning. I didn't eat the whole cake. And then last night, I was taking my makeup off and everything. And I go out into the living room. There's a full Carvel cake with candles in it, and we're going again. Happy birthday. I'm like, I like, this is crazy. There is so many sweets laying around, and I ate all of it. Like, you should have seen me with the block of cheese in one hand, Carvel cake in the other, like just sitting on the couch, red wine. I had Sex and the City on in the background. I was like, this is truly, I was sitting there, and I was like, this is the best night ever. Like, I was fully enjoying every second of it. It was awesome. We had such a fun day. Saw a wedding venue that we absolutely loved. It was so exciting, beautiful. And it was just great. Like, it was so cool to just like do something, you know, because it's a Wednesday, right? Like during the week on your birthday, what do? You go to dinner, you go to the movie, you do, you know. Yeah. So it was just, it felt special that we went to go see this place and have a fun little activity, and then have a great dinner, and then have a blast at home as well. So it was great all around. I did enjoy my gift, Francesca.
I'm so happy you had a good day. That just reminded me that I had a dream last night that me and you were going to Bucali's, and there's always like a line because, you know, super popular. And we were like waiting to go in, and Beyonce and Jay-Z, because they always go there. Yep. Mm-hmm. Were coming in front of us, and we just had dinner with Beyonce and Jay-Z.
That's crazy. So on point though, because we were talking about that yesterday.
It was not a weird thing. It was like, it wasn't like we were freaking out that we were having dinner with them. It was like our close personal friends, Bay and Jay, that we were like going to have dinner with.
We were just casually having dinner with them. Yeah.
That's like awesome. We were like, oh, well, we'll get our usual. And they were like, oh, of course.
Same. We'll all get the same thing.
It was like we go there all the time.
That is so funny. It was delicious. Yeah. But yeah, I had the, I don't like, because there's always around your birthday, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to this, where you like do things maybe not on your birthday specifically, but maybe like the weekend before or the weekend after, and then the day of is like sort of casual depending on the day of the week. But genuinely, this was like one of the best birthdays I've ever had, like actually on the day of, and not just like surrounding it, but like the going to the concert was fun and everything. This weekend Jersey Shore was great, but like the actual day of, I felt so special and so loved. I started crying at dinner. I was like, I feel so like loved today. I don't know, I felt great. And
you deserve it.
Thank you. And then I woke up this morning and I was walking around with my head down, and Marty was like, are you doing like this whole like sad because it's not my birthday anymore thing? I was like, yeah, I am doing that.
You're like a pouting toddler.
Yeah, I just was like walking around with my head down. He was like, what's that? What's going on there? I was like, you know, it's just not my birthday anymore.
Like, damn, no more gifts.
No, it's just over though. You know what I mean? You gotta wait a whole other year.
Hey, the post birthday blues. It's a real thing.
It's all right. It's all right. Exciting things coming up. I'm very, very excited. All great things. I was just in a fantastic mood. So that's really it for me. That's enough about myself.
I mean, you had a big couple days.
Do you love your shades, but you find them getting caught in your hair and it's extremely frustrating? Because that's one thing that really bothers me about sunglasses. The big fix, though, is our friends at Shady Rays design sunglasses just for you and just for me, people who get frustrated with them getting caught in your hair. Their tangle-free aviator is all style and no tangle with their patent-pending nose pieces created to avoid any snags in your hair. Shady Rays' tangle-free aviators are one of their hottest selling collections right now, and they've added even more styles. My personal favorite style of sunglasses is the aviator, so to add that to tangle-free is the perfect combination. If you don't love your shades, exchange or return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk in finding your next pair of sunglasses. These sunglasses are their best-selling collection and sell out often, but today, exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is offering 30% off their tangle-free aviators and more. Head to shadyrays.com/tangle-free with code CHICKS. Once again, that's shadyrays.com/tangle-free with code CHICKS.
I'm just like living the dream up here where I can just be taken care of by my parents and never come home ever
Yeah,
again.
I'm actually starting to get fucking pissed. I'm not going to lie. Like, I just found out that you're not coming back until Monday. I thought you were coming home on Sunday.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to the Cape for the next few weeks.
I thought we were recording together on Monday, and you were like,
Honestly,
no, I'm not coming home.
I would love nothing more if you were, because then I could.
I'm going somewhere for a week after this whole shebang.
You should. You absolutely should.
No,
look,
I just miss you. It's not anything other than the fact that, like, are you hanging out with Brianna and Zach Bryan?
Yeah, where are you?
Where are you that I'm here and you're somewhere else?
No, I've reverted back to my 12-year-old self. I mean, my sister's not up here, but my brother is. So, my dad makes dinner. We sit at the table. Yeah. It's very nice. My dad's a great cook. Last night he made tuna and sea bass. He always makes a great salad.
He makes great seafood. That man.
He really does make good seafood. And, and my mom, she's out there clamming. She's getting us. My dad made this zuppa de clams. Mm-hmm. That was so fucking good the other night. It's the fresh clams, and he did it in like a white wine sauce with, onions and fresh tomatoes and like cut up baby potatoes to like give it a little starch. Mm. Oh my God. It
sounds delightful.
It was just magnificent.
Oh my God. You're living the dream.
It is so
and
good.
You're in the vineyard for those who are
I'm in the vineyard, yeah. I mean, I am up here doing potential wedding things as well. So that's really like the main purpose of being up here. And Joe's not up here either. He's coming this weekend. So I'm excited to actually spend some time with him too. Cause we've been like a little cheesy. Like it's the longest we've been apart since we got engaged.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And you're doing the planning. So
exactly.
Also, I think this is a good thing to note that Fran and I do not plan on getting married near each other whatsoever. Like, I think people wonder, like, are their weddings going to be close in time? Not at all.
No.
There's a good amount of time.
Wouldn't that be? I mean, this is the thing. It's we're either like separate, and which we are, or we're having like a combined marriage.
Right. We might as well just do it at the same place. Yeah.
Like if it's close enough, we might as well just do it at the same time.
No, but I think it's great. Like, you have an idea for yours. I have an idea for mine. They're not close to each other in time. Yeah. Can I say that you'll be before me?
Yeah.
Fran's will be first.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't have anything booked. So I'm saying that like I have shit booked and I don't. So.
Right. But you're close.
Yes, hopefully.
Yes. Hopefully. Fingers crossed for everybody. All great things. Yeah. Also exciting.
It's all extremely exciting. It's been like it's the most, and so I'm excited. I'm just excited, it's great.
Just life. I'm excited for life. But I wish you would get back.
I know. I do.
I'm tired of holding the team on my back here. Okay.
Same.
I do miss you.
I've been going to meetings without you.
I know.
You know what I mean? I'm lost here. I'm talking way too professional to people.
You know what's really funny, and this is like a little inside baseball, is we've had this sales meeting that been on the calendar, and they've just been hyping it up to us so much. Like, hey, we want you guys to chat, like whatever. And so it was established that I was not going to be there. And they were like, no worries. You can join the meeting virtually, and speak if you want to, whatever. They messed up and didn't send me the actual meeting. Like, I had a completely separate calendar. So I'm sitting here with like my fucking thumb up my ass. Like, nobody's in this meeting. Like, and Noah's like, hey, are you joining? I'm like, yeah, I'm in the meeting. No one else is in here. I sat in a blank meeting room for so long. It timed out and kicked me out. And by the time it kicked me out, Rhea was like, don't worry about it. Did the full speech. We're good. I handled it.
Let me tell you, if we had the visual of like me in this meeting versus you sitting in a room
sitting
alone,
in this chair being like, where the fuck is everyone?
Where nobody can see you, would be hilarious. Because let me tell you, I had no idea the amount of people were going to be in this meeting that were in this meeting. It was like, Noah, how many people would you say was in this meeting? Like in the conference room.
I was comparing it to, Fran, in the movie Hitch, when Allegra Cole like has her huge like meeting. That's what it looked like.
when she convinces them to have her own money.
Yeah.
And how many people would you say were in the room?
Just in the room or on Zoom too?
Room and then Zoom.
Room, there's probably like at least like 30 people in the room.
Yeah, 30 plus people. And then on Zoom was a ton of people. And they were like...
There were so many people on Zoom. Everyone thought I was on the Zoom. I just wasn't in it.
We thought you were on the Zoom because there were so many people we couldn't see. And I had to stand in front of the room, stand up in front of all these people and give like this motivational speech about our brand. And I'm not going to lie, fucking 10 out of 10 crushed it. Like, I was like, oh my God, they should make me vice president of this company after this speech. I was on a high. But then when we got out, we weren't on our phones, we got out and you were like, there was like 10 texts from you where you were like, is anybody in this meeting? Hello? Nobody's coming to this meeting? And I was like, and then it's just me on the high of being like, I fucking nailed that meeting.
Oh man,
it was unreal.
So I'm just, yeah.
Oh. Well, that's what happens when you disappear.
You were like, look, you were like, it was my moment to shine. I didn't even need you.
Yeah, you were like, what? You were like, I wish I was there to back you up. And I was like, hate to break it to you, I didn't even need any backing up. That's how good I was. I was pulling things out of my ass, words I've never even said before. I was like, who is this person?
You just like became really corporate. You're
super.
Just like, let me tell you about these returns that we can bring you.
It was climbing out of me as if a corporate girl was stuck inside of me, just trying to make its way out. And it did. For just a small moment, it did. And
oh man,
I got some compliments after too. They were like, you crushed that meeting. And I was like, thanks. Yeah. And I bet Fran would have crushed it as well if somebody would have sent her the right link.
if somebody on the sales team actually sent me the right meeting.
Oh man, all good stuff, funny stuff.
Yeah, we're good.
Hopefully Fran will come back. Hopefully Fran will come back.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Maybe we'll see her at some point. Anyways. Yeah. All right, let's get into the topics. Just a little.
I haven't disappeared and run off with anybody, so.
Yeah, you're still engaged to Joe.
Yep. Correct.
Which is great to hear. All right.
We should make our episode title Fran, Zach,
is Fran?
Who's another country star that
is Fran hanging out with Zach Bryan and Brianna?
Yeah. And nope. The answer is no.
Man.
Funny.
All right, you hanging out with Jason Aldean, breaking up Aldean and.
No. Fuck no! You'll never catch me. You'll never catch me with that guy.
It was the first one to come to mind because there's a lot of controversy going on.
Yeah, no.
Wait, did you see this? This is like, I don't know if it's controversial or not, but I thought it was hilarious. We were talking about it at the Jersey Shore this weekend, and I actually heard people in Lucali talking about it as well. So Luke Combs does the cover of Fast Car.
Yes.
And Tracy Chapman does the original.
Yes.
And there was some I guess backlash about that. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on exactly what happened there.
Yeah.
But Obama released his summer playlist with the Luke Combs version of Fast Car.
Yes.
And people were calling it a war crime.
Let's be honest, Obama doesn't listen to any of the things he's putting on
You
that
think
list.
so?
I don't think, maybe some, but I think he's just trying to look cool.
I believe that that's his summer playlist.
He's cool.
I like Obama, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's like, oh, let me put like 21 Savage on here because the kids like him.
No, I feel like his I just assumed it was his playlist.
The playlist is like so all over the place. Also, like it's all.
That's why I'm kind of like, they're
genres.
like, let's take the most popular songs that people like. You know, these politicians.
They're always politicking.
I don't know. I disagree. I think there's also like some songs that people have never heard of that are on there too. You know what? That is funny that you bring that up though, because my friends were talking about that also.
The headlines of being like,
let me tell
this
you,
is a war crime by Obama. It's like, what is going on?
Oh
Justin Bieber's version's the best. So
I love that. That Luke Combs version of Fast Car is fantastic. It's really fucking good. Because we
listened to all the versions this weekend after this whole thing.
Yeah.
He did. He would sing it all the time. And I know because like a couple of my friends are obsessed with Luke Combs. Actually, Bridget and Lauren are going to see him tonight in Philly. Friday night in Philly. And he would play Fast Cars and everyone like was dying for him to record it. And so he did finally record it and put it out. So, I mean, look, I don't know the hoops you jump through and everything, but I would imagine if you are putting out that song like on your own album like that, you gotta get the original artist permission.
Well, is Tracy Chapman alive?
And all those things. So I'm pretty sure Tracy Chapman's alive.
I think so.
Tracy Chapman is...
Oh, she's only 59?
59.
I thought... No. I don't think you need to get a permission to just do a cover of a song. They'll just get a percentage.
Yeah, I mean it's been topping the charts, for the country charts. It's the cover went platinum in July. Now I'm trying to see.
Everyone go listen to the Justin Bieber.
Obviously,
version,
everything's been met with controversy. Combs frequently covered his. Yes, this is what I was saying. He would always sing it during his concerts. Many people have also Sam Smith, Justin Bieber, Khalid singing Fast Car.
You see Justin Bieber
Tracy said in July, I never expected to find myself on the country charts, but I'm honored to be there. I'm happy for Luke and his success and grateful that new fans have found and embraced Fast Car.
Yeah, so people get mad about things that other people are, like the people themselves are not mad at.
Right.
You see Bieber went to Barbie with Stassi and Jaden Hossler.
No, I didn't catch that.
When you're off TikTok, you got to get back on TikTok.
I know, I actually do. No, I have to re-download TikTok because I'm missing too much now. Where people are texting, people have been sending me TikToks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't watch them. So I'm becoming that person, which is just getting annoying.
Does that mean that, have you missed the whole, when you know the words to the song, sing along?
Yeah, I have no idea what
I
you're
don't
talking
even
about.
know what that is.
Oh, it's all over TikTok. Okay, it's this girl. She's a podcaster.
I haven't been on.
Maddie, I think her
I'm
name
gonna
is.
I'm glad that
Download
my
to
headphones are on so that my phone can't hear what Fran just said because I don't want that on my TikTok. Whatever that is.
No, you do. It's fun. It's a game. We can all play it like literally right now. Maddie Grace Jepson.
Forcing us to play a game right now.
You can just shut her Zoom off.
Maddie Grace Jepson. It's funny. Like the TikTok went viral. It's like her and they're playing. She's like, I made up this song, made up this game where she just sang this jingle. It's honestly something that you would do, Rhea. It's like, so she just made up this thing where you start it and you go, when you know the words to the song, sing along. And then the person just says one
lyric of a song.
Like not even a lyric, like the first like the first word or like the first sound, like I've
never seen a diamond in the flesh.
No. I've been
watching you.
No. It's not that. It's actually not even the first words of the song. So I was doing year 3000. I've been to the year.
Oh, well, that's not the first. Yeah, it's got to be the.
I know it's not the first line of the song, so I already lost I already lost the game. But you go back and forth, and then every single person goes, "When you know the words to the song."
Oh, so fun little catchy game.
Sing along.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do, do, do.
It's quite catchy. It's been stuck in my head. And people are playing it like people are doing it in voice notes, which is funny, and then posting it on TikTok.
Oh, I love when people do
voice notes of somebody, of you going back and forth with somebody, and you're just like sending one, like the beginning of a song.
I've seen people do that with like, they'll send a picture of a character and then the people have to voice note like what the character sound makes. Those are fun. I'm gonna re-download soon. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, you had a really good run.
I had a great run. See, now I'm afraid to re-download
What's your going to be like when you re-download it?
That's what I'm afraid of. I feel like there's a lot that I'm missing out on.
You know what it is? When when you're off drugs, you go back and then you try to what you could have done like a month ago. Now it's too much for you.
Right. It's just like an overload. So yeah. And also I when we first got engaged, Haley, our wonderful friend and makeup artist, sent me, she was like, oh my God, so many people are making TikToks about you and Fran getting engaged. And they were all nice, but she was sending them to me and I was like, Haley, I gotta be honest, I like deleted my TikTok app. I've been looking at TikTok. And she was like, oh, okay, I won't say, like, they're all great though. I am now afraid that when I download TikTok, I'm gonna see an influx of TikToks about us.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see that.
Why?
Yeah, no, fair. I mean, just start walking around talking into your phone like things that you want to see when you cute puppy videos, wedding dresses.
Yeah, things like that.
Just start like you throwing keywords into your phone, and then when you re-download TikTok, maybe that's what'll come up.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm missing out though. I'm missing out on drama. I'm missing out on
history.
I know. I will. Yeah. I mean, there really hasn't been too much.
Well, the Alex Earl stuff.
Oh, true.
You didn't talk about
Scandalous.
That. Yeah.
I did send that to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys missed out on that, apparently this is from Dumois also. They sent a picture of Dumois. I believe it's Donna Karen's grandson, like the fashion designer, that they were seen making out, and he's 17.
Not good. Not good. Not good.
And like you know, would love to give her the benefit of the doubt here that like if they were in a club, you kind of assume like people are of age. And I guess he's not. And then of course, like now I've seen it all over. E! News is posted on their Instagram, like it's all over. It's like, why Braxton Berrios and Alex Earl like aren't official? Like it's just something that seems to be like pumped out from maybe like her PR team to be like, they were never like, because then everyone was like, she cheated on Braxton Berrios, but it's like, were they ever like officially a boyfriend girlfriend? Right. I don't think so.
And because she would always be like, we're not even really dating. But yeah, it's a whole confusing thing
always
because
say she was still single.
Like you said, you want to give her the benefit of the doubt and be like, she probably assumed that he was of age because he was in Surf Lodge.
Fran, you know what they say about assuming.
No, absolutely.
That's another thing. I guess you just can't assume that stuff because then you end up making out with a 17-year-old, and that I
think they were maybe in Bounce
or Bounce.
I don't know. It looked dark. I think it was maybe Bounce. I don't know.
Surf Lodge, one of those places.
Bar out in Montauk.
And because here's the thing: you assume people are going to be of age, but then you think back to yourself and go, "Well, I was in the clubs underage, so." There are people underage crawling around those places.
Yeah.
It's always best to ask.
Crawling around.
It's always best to ask. So I'm sure there'll be more about that. I think she commented somewhere that she had no idea.
In reality, if she had asked him, he probably would have been like, I'm 18.
Where he probably would have lied anyway.
Like, what's she going to check his ID?
It's also very possible that if she didn't know, that he also, like if she didn't ask, because people are like, how didn't she ask his age? If she did ask his age, it's also possible that he's going to lie to Alex Earl and be like, I'm 18 or 19.
Totally.
Or just show whatever fake ID he used to.
Or just say 21. Like, you're in a club.
I'm 21.
Like, it's not crazy to be like, oh, I'm 21.
Right. Yeah. So, sticky situation you do not want to find yourself in. You do not want to wake up the next morning and see that you made out with a 17-year-old.
No. That's literally worst nightmare.
Yep, exactly. All right, let's get into the rest of the topics for today's show. We have a little update on the Ariana Grande, Ethan Slater situation. Selena Gomez wished her friend Francia happy birthday on Instagram. People were shocked by that. And there was a funny video between Ryan Gosling and Simu Liu doing paparazzi pictures on the red carpet for Barbie that have people talking. And we have our weekly watch report, so let's get into the topics. Well, since we mentioned wedding planning, I think it's a great time to bring up Zola. When you're getting married, we're realizing it's not just about the big day. It's about all the days along the way, and Zola is here for all of them. We are so excited for this process. There's a lot that goes into the wedding planning process, and finding something that makes it easier for you is always great, and that is where Zola comes into play. If you've been to a wedding recently, then you definitely know about Zola. You've maybe even gotten one of their beautiful invites with you right now, or you've bought a gift off someone's registry and thought, maybe I'll add that for myself too. When you're planning a wedding, you suddenly realize what else Zola has. It's where you'll find your venue and all your wedding vendors. It's where you'll create your free wedding website so guests can RSVP and buy you those amazing gifts. But there's also so much more. There's a budget tracker, a tool to grab all your guest addresses, which is very important, checklists to keep you focused, all great things to keep you on track and your head in the right space, because this thing can be confusing and you want to make sure you have everything keeping you up to date and right. You can also turn to Team Z, Zola's free expert advisors, to answer any questions you may have along the way, or the Zola community full of other engaged couples who know what you're going through. Start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com. Once again, start planning at Zola.com, ZOLA.com. All right, Ethan Slater's wife has started talking, and Ethan Slater has officially filed for divorce from Lily J, who is Ethan Slater's wife. She's kept it tame. She's talking, but she's kept it tame. She said Ariana Grande is not a girl's girl, which is a nice way to put whatever's happening here.
It's also funny. That's literally exactly what I said.
Right. It's just a nice way to say what you really want to say about it. But she's opening up now.
Yeah, she made an exclusive statement to Daily Mail, to Page 6. I don't know if she's talked to anybody else, but to Page 6, she said, "Ariana's a story, really, not a girl's girl. My family is just collateral damage. The story is her and Dalton. She is focusing on raising her and Ethan's baby and focusing on being a good mom." Another source told Page 6 that she has been calling every news outlet to get this story out while acting differently toward him behind the scenes. The source says she's telling Ethan and others that she only cares about protecting their child. She's rightfully upset because her marriage fell apart, but Ariana and Ethan didn't do anything wrong, one insider adds, telling us that Slater had been separated from Jay for 2 months before romancing Grande. Ethan is taking the high road and hopes he can resolve this situation for the sake of their child. I mean, I just find that I feel like any positive spin on this is coming from somebody on Ariana Grande's side of things. Like, this timeline is so messy. What's the real timeline? We really don't know. This is new information saying that it's been 2 months. It was 2 months since they separated. Like, it's very blurry. We don't know what's true and what's not true. But hey, I do not blame her for going scorched earth. Like, you get this upset about the situation, like you may regret it the next day talking to the press about it, but in the moment it probably feels good.
Right. And also they do have a kid together, and Ariana was hanging out with them as a couple. And so I can imagine that's got to really fucking sting.
I would be sick.
It's disgusting.
And I know, of course, obviously this is not all on Ariana, right? Like, she is in this relationship, but it takes two to tango at all times. But like, to know that I was hanging in London, I got my baby, I'm with my husband, like Ariana Grande, she's holding the baby, she's talking about how much she wants kids. And now she's got my husband.
Oh God. No, it's sick.
Sick to my stomach. I'd be ill.
Yeah, to just know that you're sitting there and the person's just staring you right in the eye.
Ugh. It's yeah.
And you're hanging out as a group.
Like I said, I don't blame her.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's not looking good for, and also Ariana. This relationship's probably not gonna last. I think Ariana Grande is going to, once Wicked is over, probably move on with her life, and then Ethan Slater is going to be left with no wife and a divorce and a sticky situation. You know,
I agree. I totally agree.
So I'm sure we'll see more of that. Selena Gomez wished Francia a happy birthday on her Instagram. And people were stunned by this because, as we know, Francia was not happy with Selena Gomez after she was, not mentioned in the documentary. She wasn't really thanked in the documentary, and she made that known online. And then Selena Gomez, fired back at Francia a little bit and was like, I didn't know I had to name every single person. Seems like Selena is changing her tune. Her tone or tune. She posted 3 photos of them and she wrote, happiest of birthdays to this special human being. No matter where life takes us, I love you. So I think that was like no matter if we fight or don't speak for months or we're best friends, I love you. So that was interesting.
It felt like an extremely public olive branch.
Right.
Hopefully. And I hope that's how she meant it. I don't know. Of course, we don't know if there's been any private communication. Like you said, all we know is she unfollowed Selena after that. She's since recently refollowed Selena after this post. So maybe they did actually get to talk. Of course, like Selena just had her birthday. So there was no public sharing from Francia's end on something about Selena. But hey, I don't, maybe Selena had a moment which she wanted to do. This is like I said, a public olive branch. I hope they are able to talk it out because they had a very deep friendship. She has her kidney.
Mm-hmm. She's walking around with Francia's kidney.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
No, I thought it was nice, and I think maybe
I thought it was nice too.
I'm sure they both have regrets about how they handled that situation publicly.
Totally.
Sometimes all you got to do is reflect.
Yeah, and I hope that they can, hopefully have like an actual conversation about it now. Maybe Selena felt like she needed to publicly, because like the Taylor Swift comment was like a public thing too, it was like everything was public. So maybe she felt like I need to publicly show my love for her. And hopefully that paid off.
Yeah. Sometimes it's nice. You know what I mean? Not everything is meant for the public. You don't have to share everything for the public. You don't have to share, especially when it comes to birthdays. We talked about this. Like, the people who appreciate you, just posting something, whatever, doesn't mean it's nice, obviously, but it doesn't mean everything. But sometimes when someone is not feeling appreciated, it is nice to go the extra mile to show them, whether it be something as simple as an Instagram post or whatever it may be.
Absolutely. Also, I was just on the just quickly, because of Selena Gomez, the trailer for Only Murders season 3.
I know, on my birthday. Thank you, Martin.
I'm so excited. It looks so good.
I'm so excited. Meryl Streep, Paul Rudd, like what a fucking star-studded cast. It is the best show. It's the best show. Now that Succession's over, I can call Only Murders the best show. I fucking love it. I cannot wait. I am so excited. Season 3, we're coming for you. Only Murders in the building. Put me in the show or market it with me. Have them come on this show.
Yeah.
Martin, sit down with us.
Oh, God. The strike.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking SAG.
Oh, man.
Don't blame SAG.
Yeah.
Blame the studios. Noah. Don't blame the little people. Blame
on.
the big people.
Let's not get out of hand here. They want to do their job.
Their fault. They just want
to get paid for their job.
They just want to get paid for doing the job, Super
sense.
fair. And but yeah, they will not. I wonder, when does the season come out?
August.
Oh, no.
No, I know. Here's the thing.
That's way too close. There's not enough time.
We're not going to get anybody on the show. But I'll do the marketing for Only Murders. And they may not market it. The cast may not market it.
Then you're kind of helping the studios.
Yeah.
It's a very confusing situation these days.
It is.
Some actors say, no, don't promote anything. And then others are like, no, you have to promote so they can see that they need whatever. Or, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to fucking watch the show and I'm going to talk about it because I love that show. And I love the people on the show. So last topic, there was an interesting video going around of Ryan Gosling and Simu Liu on the Barbie red carpet that people thought that Ryan Gosling was being mean to him. I'm confused about what happened here.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looked, so Simu goes to put his arm around Ryan Gosling, and Ryan Gosling kind of takes a step back away from him, I would say, and kind of gives him a look. And Simu says a comment back to him. He's like, oh, too tender, my bad kind of thing, like that. So it kind of seemed like a joke, but then it was also, I find Ryan Gosling extremely hard to read sometimes. He just seems like there's just been so many interviews of him, of course, because of the Barbie movie, but he's just a very smooth, even talker. And I feel like this was maybe a joke, like this was just like a joke, but it's looked more serious. And maybe it wasn't as serious as it looked. And Simu also posted on his story, he said, I'd beach off with this Canadian, again, in a heartbeat. He is the best human in every way, especially when he jokes around with us on the carpet and on set, infecting all of us with his Kenergy. Now let's get back to the issues that matter, like supporting our striking actors and writers fighting for fair wages. So he posted that on his story. I mean, yeah, I feel like this was just Ryan Gosling maybe making a joke, but it's to the outside, it could come across as like being rude.
Yeah, I think that you couldn't even hear what they were saying. So he could have just been like making a joke to him and then they separated. I think people are reading too far into it. And I feel like everything about Ryan Gosling is always super positive, really nice guy. So I'm going to choose to believe that Ryan Gosling is that super nice guy that people say he is.
Absolutely. I haven't seen one negative thing about Ryan Gosling, like literally ever.
I know. So, and I love the love that he has for Eva Mendes when he wore that necklace for her. So sweet.
What's your favorite Ryan Gosling role?
Probably Crazy Stupid Love.
It's a good one. The Nice Guys is good.
Love is up there.
Nice Guys is really good.
I mean, am I just like the most basic person ever for saying The Notebook?
The Notebook, yeah. No, you're not basic at all. It's a classic, of course.
I like him as like funny though, you know. Didn't Jeff Lowe say that?
I mean,
wasn't it hilarious when he said, "What do you want to eat?"
Crazy Stupid Love is up there.
Wasn't Jeff Lowe saying that his hot take is that Ryan Gosling's the funniest guy in Hollywood, funniest actor in Hollywood?
I don't remember being part of that conversation.
I think he was saying that.
And I wouldn't say that either. But it's an interesting
He's funny,
take.
but
he is funny.
Like more of like a straight
I feel like he
guy.
just doesn't do too many funny roles, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a great actor, that Ryan. Well,
that RG.
Yeah, he's great. All right, well, that wraps up the topics.
Yeah. If you're someone who spots a too good to be true health hack from a mile away, you text your friends the latest studies about healthy aging, and you read labels like it's your job, then congratulations, you're a skeptic. You deserve a multivitamin that more than meets your standards, like Ritual. I chose Ritual because I just wanted everything together. It makes it so easy. Sometimes I would get confused on what vitamins I should be taking, what's going to help me, those kinds of things. So Ritual's Essential for Women 18 Plus is one of the few women's multis that's USP verified, meaning what's on the label is what's in the formula. It's also soy-free, gluten-free, vegan-friendly, and formulated without GMOs. It has a minty essence in every bottle that keeps things fresh and helps make taking your multis every day actually enjoyable. With 9 key nutrients in 2 capsules per day, their unique betel in oil is even patented. It is a great, the bottle is so easy, convenient. Like I said, you take 2 capsules every day. You're getting all those essential vitamins. Ritual has been great. I also take the Ritual Symbiotic, which I really, really like. And I take both of those every day. So if you want to join me, no more shady business. Ritual's Essential for Women 18 Plus is a multivitamin you can actually trust. Ritual is offering our listeners 20% off during your first month. Visit ritual.com/chicks to start Ritual or add Essential for Women 18 Plus to your subscription today.
All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. The only thing I've watched in the past week is Sex and the City. It's the only thing I've watched, and I gotta say, I fucking hate them all. I do, but I love them all at the same time. I have such a love-hate relationship with this damn show. Holy fuck. They are, excuse my language, by the way, I'm getting graphic, but they are all so, besides Samantha, who is my personal favorite, I think she's the least annoying. Yes, she's very sexual and everything is about sex to her and whatever, but she also like knows her worth and she's the least annoying on the show. Charlotte, get rid of your damn husband. I'm only on season 4 right now. I know, first of all, I've watched the whole show already, so I know what happens, but like, this guy is such a fucking freak, And she thinks having a kid with him is going to change everything. No, he likes big bazingas. He doesn't like you. He just like bazooka titties. And it's crazy. Like, I
don't think I've ever heard that phrase, bazooka.
This guy just loves fucking bazooka titties that Charlotte does not have.
What was the bubble gum?
Bazooka. Bazooka, bubble gum. Some gum. Yeah. He's a freak. And of course, who doesn't love bazooka titties? But this guy, like, can't treat his wife the right way. I don't know. Whatever. Charlotte's pissing me off. Miranda. Oh, God, Miranda. I have a soft spot for Miranda. I do like and appreciate Miranda, but man, is she annoying. And Carrie is the most annoying of them all. The main star of the show is the most annoying character on the show. Figure it the fuck out, okay? Figure it out. You and Big, not good for each other. You're not good for each other. And I get it. Some people have that toxic, they go back and forth. It's awful. Figure it out, Carrie. But I can't. And then you, as a group, you love them. As a group, you can't stop watching them. As a group, you root for them. And even if they fail, and even if they make mistakes, and even if they're bad, you're there for them. And that's what Sex and the City is about.
It kind of cracks me up because I feel like you have followed the exact trope of like the younger person who watched Sex and the City and was like, oh, good show, And then when you get to an age where you obviously fully understand it a whole lot more, you're like, wait, all these people kind of suck.
That is exactly what happened. When I watched it when I was like 16 or 17, it all felt normal. I was like, oh, that's what being an adult is. And now that I'm older, I'm like, these people can't figure it the fuck out. It's the same thing over and over again. Miranda has severe commitment issues. When a guy gets too close to her, she freaks out, runs away. She wants no part of it. Charlotte, she's obsessed with marriage and love, even if it's not the right guy. She's a settler. She's going to settle for just that picture-perfect lifestyle on the outside, but on the inside is absolutely crumbling, and they have the worst marriage I've ever seen. Samantha, she just loves fucking. She loves sex. She'll fuck anything that walks, and that's good for her. She knows what she likes. Carrie is way too attached to Big. She'll leave her friends in the fucking dust if Big comes running. She's a bad friend, honestly, at most times. She's a good friend, but she's also a bad friend at times. So they are a mess. But like I said, I love them and I can't stand them and I cannot stop watching. And that has been my week. I've reached the point where I've watched too much of it that I'm now getting annoyed with them and now can't stop watching.
Yeah, I feel like everybody feels the same way with it, and just like that. Like, I just only on social, I don't watch it, but I only see people watching and just like that and complaining about how bad it is, but still watching it. They're like, I can't look away. Like Ashley, I posted, I was cracking up. It was like another week of like putting on it, just like, and like she says to herself, like, God, I hate this, but it's just, you're just playing it. You just you keep watching it.
You're just locked into their lives. They're awful. Like, they're awful people at times. And you know what? Sometimes some of the best TV shows, the characters are so hateable. But also, like I said, like, then you also are rooting for them. Like, do I want Carrie to find love? Yeah. But she also annoys the shit out of me. And I can't stop watching. And I have to start watching something else soon because it's getting bad. I'm like, I can't stop. So that's that. Great show.
Did you ever think it was called Sex in the City?
Yes.
As a kid?
Yes, always. I thought it was Sex in the City.
I still get confused sometimes.
Same. Ow, my
I don't really know if there's like a difference.
Well, sex and there isn't. They literally have sex every episode. Well, obviously Marty's been watching with me, or you know what? We got to make the full transition to Matt because it's getting way too confusing on this podcast. Because then people have been.
My mom actually wanted me to tell you that she really enjoyed the stories of you asking Marty about the Sex and the City characters.
Oh yeah, I put it on my Instagram stories. That's what I was getting to. He's been watching. I always tell him, I'm like, you don't have to watch these things with me. Like, if you want to go in the other room and watch what you want to watch. And he's like, no, I like watching what you watch. It's funny. Like, I want to know what you like. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, I'm going to put on another episode of Sex and the City. Like, I'm sorry. I have to watch what happens next. And he's like, it's fine. Put it on. And he just, like, the other day, he just snapped where he was like, they can't stop having sex on this show. He was like, it's every episode. He's like, there's not an episode that goes by that one of them is not fucking somebody. And I was like, well, that's the name of the show.
Yeah. It's quite literally the name of the game.
Like, that is the name of the show. He was like, they're out of control. But his take was spot on. He pretty much, I guess, if you saw the Instagram stories, he's like, Carrie's full of herself and thinks everything's about her, which is so true. And Samantha's fun. Samantha's the funniest by far. She's very funny. But yeah, that's been my week. So I literally didn't watch anything else. Not at all. I didn't watch a single thing.
Busy week.
Mm-hmm.
I also have not watched much this week. The TV here broke for a couple nights, so then we really weren't watching anything. But like, I've been watching Love Island, US and UK. UK is over, I believe, like the end of this week, like UK time. I know people were freaking out because Hulu like didn't post episodes for a couple days. There was allegedly some like copyright issue with Rita Ora's music because she performed in an episode, and then I think there was like, I don't know, some issue with that. But I think it's back now. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for them to crown a winner. I don't know who it's going to be. None of them deserve it. None of them. It's like there isn't one, maybe Molly and Zach, like maybe, but like they're so boring. It's just like, it's like, I don't know. I'm so frustrated with them because this is, and I've said this so many times, this is the part of the season when everybody's supposed to be in love and like the love is in the air and they don't fight with each other. They're at each other's throats. Any opportunity for one of them to say something rude to another one, they take it. Like, if it's like, oh, just a challenge, babe. It's just a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're still at that point. Like, normally that's weeks earlier. They just did something. And I'm not going to spoil anything. I'll just tell it, like, I won't say what actually happens. But genius. The producing, they've been good this season because they've been making the most out of very hateable people. And they always do movie night. Great idea, where they play the clips back, which always creates drama. They basically just instituted movie night part 2. And they did it like the last week. They called it the Grafties, and it was an award show. They all got dressed up, and and of course, like, you know, the awards were like worst like, you know, it's fun, shadiest moment, snakiest moment, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing these clips of people and they're all started fighting again. And then they have to go up and accept the award and like make a speech. It's fantastic. It was a phenomenal idea. They have to keep it 100%. They have to keep it. But like, Ty is driving me insane. Ty and Ella should be in La La, we love each other, happy land. And Ty takes any moment to like be rude to somebody or to tell somebody that they're doing something wrong. Like, he's the fucking police of the show. It drives me nuts. I can't stand it. Even Sammy, I'm like coming around to a little bit because Ty's just been annoying me so much that I couldn't hit. Even some of the girls, like, there was a fight between the two of the girls that just made me like kind of icky about the girls. And it was like, why are they fighting about this? They deep down, I'm like, maybe it really is. I don't know. They were like, we're like sisters. It's a sisterly fight. I'm like, okay, fine. I can buy that because that happens. And maybe they were just having a moment, but I'm kind of tired of it. It's coming to an end, and I really don't know who the UK is going to win. The UK fucking loves Scott, apparently. Not really sure why. Scott's had like 4 or 5 like zinger one-liners, and I'm like on UK Twitter, and they fucking love him. Like, and Scott hasn't had one good connection like the whole time. He's floated through this. So honestly, like, Scott might win, like, which is hilarious because he's like not really with anybody. Abby, I'm ready to just like, I never want to hear Abby complain about anything. Also, I'm very frustrated with all these people. Love Island USA. I don't even really have a grade for it. I'm just going to talk about it. Love Island USA, I'm invested into, and all I will say, because I'm rooting for Carmen and Bergie. I hope that is something that they can figure out, because I do think they would be a good couple. They made a challenge that actually mattered.
Really?
They did a challenge. The winner of the challenge, immunity.
I love that.
Immunity
Survivor.
from the public vote. I know.
That's what they should have been doing this whole fucking time.
I know. So if it's like, it actually put some oomph behind the challenge. It was like, hey, if you win this challenge, you're immune from the next public vote.
That is genius, and it's something they should have been doing the entire time. So thank you, Love Island US.
I know. They're definitely shifting things a little bit, which is smart, and I really like that. So that was good. And then, honestly, I have really not watched anything else. I've watched the U.S. Women's team play in the World Cup, which it's always exciting. And I've watched both of those games. And that's literally it.
Grade?
I have not any other. Well, I'll give the game they won an A. The game they tied a C average.
That's good. That's great grades. Those two make sense.
Yeah. Yes. And then Love Island. I've not watched anything else. So Noah, what do you got?
I don't have that much, to be honest.
Okay.
You already heard about what I was gonna say.
Full circle. Yep.
Yeah.
Except Noah's a coward. Noah's a dictator.
I forgot about this. I wanted to bring it up.
We should have talked about this in the beginning, but there was a situation on Wednesday's podcast, and it was so shocking.
Oh my God.
That I was actually excited for it to be in the podcast. And then we ended, and I'm in the room with Noah, and Noah's like, I'm cutting that, by the way. And I was like, no, you're not. And he was like, but it's me. I'm cutting it. And I was like, no, you're not. And unfortunately, Noah has the power to cut something and I don't. I don't know how to do that. And so he cut it. And Sarah had a great zinger back at Noah. It was awesome. And he cut it all. And no one will ever be able to hear it. And then Fran called Noah a dictator.
Yeah, we have a podcast dictator. He makes the choices, the content choices.
No, if you guys ask me to cut stuff, I cut it. That's how it is. About you.
Yeah,
you know?
And look.
So listen, this is the first 585 episodes I've never asked to cut anything. I've never asked to cut anything. And I don't think I would have cut it if you didn't make it as big a deal as you did on the podcast.
Because now people are going to wonder what it was. Fran and I, we were talking about, because now we're just explaining it when we could have just left it in.
Yeah.
But we were talking about the Barbie movie situation, and we felt like it was a thought-provoking conversation. And in the middle of the conversation, neither of us had wrapped up our thoughts. It was literally in the middle of the conversation. Noah goes, have you guys seen Full Circle? And we were like, no. Does this have to do with the Barbie movie?
He said, Rhea, I have a recommendation. You should watch Full Circle.
And then we were like, does this have to do with the Barbie movie? And he was like, no, it's just a good show. And I was like, what? We were genuinely shocked. It was just in the middle of the conversation. It was out of nowhere. And now it doesn't make sense because it's been cut. Yeah, but if you heard,
it was a funny moment. I
turned to Sarah and I said, Sarah, what did you think about that? And she said, I think Weekly Watch Report's on Friday. Which was a great line, and now we just have to replay it. So go ahead. We wouldn't have even brought it up if you didn't just bring it up then.
Well, I had to talk about Full Circle. So.
We know you've been dying. You've been busting at the seams to talk about it all week.
Well, I watched episode 4 last night. I'm pretty sure episode 5 came out today. Full Circle, though. It's on Max. Great show. Great show. You guys would like it. On the edge of your seat. What?
Sarah's face, she's like,
Full Circle, who's in it? You would know Claire Danes, Timothy Oliphant, you would know him.
Yeah, Oliphant.
Yeah, but just a solid show. Like, I feel like it is one of those shows that I'm surprised people haven't, like, it's like a week to week, like you're on the edge of your seat, like what's going to happen next type of show. But yeah, highly recommend. I'll give that an A- for the first 4 episodes.
It's so good. He felt the need to interrupt us, so yes. I better have a good grade.
And like we say interrupt, and we don't mean that lightly. Like we were literally in the middle of the conversation. Oh man, it was funny, but yeah. Continue. Full Circle. A.
Yeah. A-.
A-. Sorry.
I saw Oppenheimer in the theaters, which I think I talked about. Amazing movie. I just need to see it again because I have such bad ADD that like the fact that there were subtitles on the screen, the amount of effort I was putting in the entire 3 hours to like keep my eyes above the words, and it just wasn't even working. Yeah. Like, and I was like thinking about it too much, so I need to watch it again.
I'm going to see that tonight. I'm actually going this time. Earlier, 6:00.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I haven't seen Barbie, but I did want to say that my dad told me that, or my mom because my mom was like, I love Barbie. Like my mom, sister, and dad went to see it in Cape Cod. They all wore like pink together.
So cute.
And I wasn't even gonna ask because my dad cries at everything, but I'm like, he probably didn't. But I was like, did dad like it? And she was like, yeah, he cried. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
That is so cute.
And not only that he cried in the movie. He's a big he starts talking about a scene after the movie and cries talking about the scene.
Oh,
he's gonna hate me for saying this.
Oh no, that's so good.
Hey, the man is an industry man. He's a showbiz man.
He's a big crier.
He loves the art.
Yeah.
My brother and I have been trying to go see Barbie like all week. There's one fucking movie theater, and
it's like that movie theater in which one is it? Because the one in
one in Edgartown.
Oh yeah, because the one in Oak Bluffs closed, I think, right?
Yeah, it did, and there's this one, and they alternate
These
days.
Damn Vineyard Kids, I wouldn't know anything about.
So one day the movie plays at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. And then the next day the movie plays at like noon and 7 p.m. And all the 7 p.m. days are like sold out. And it's like, all right, well, I'm not going to go see a movie at like 1 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm going at 1 p.m. on Saturday to see Barbie.
Oh, well, the weekend, yes. I'm talking about like
in the middle of the day. Yeah.
That is like something about like a noon or 1 is kind of nice.
On a weekend.
Oh, on the weekend is fantastic.
And I hope it rains
matinee.
Saturday.
Sunday,
a nice rain movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chances of thunderstorms, Ray. I think.
Yeah, all over.
Wait, is it supposed to rain this weekend?
On Saturday.
There's chances of thunderstorms.
Well,
Holy shit!
Sorry, no.
It's 95 degrees right now.
So hot out.
I knew it was hot today.
Well, I'm going to Maryland, and it's gonna rain on Saturday. I'm excited about that because I don't want to go to the movies if it's nice out.
Super fair.
I have one more. Okay. I watched Hijack episode 6 last night, and the finale is next week. B+. I don't know if I gave Oppenheimer an A, if anyone was wondering. But Hijack, I'll give it a B+. It's just really, I feel like no one's talking about it. It's just a very entertaining show. Idris Elba on a plane getting hijacked. No?
Really just writes itself. I mean, self-explanatory.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a great summary.
I don't know how much interest I have in it.
Why though?
I don't know. I'm not like.
I don't know why. I don't really either.
Something about anything that's happening on a plane, I'm always buying in.
See, I'm not buying into planes.
Did you ever watch the Liam Neeson? What was that movie called? He was just on a plane that it was the same thing, getting hijacked, nonstop. That was a good one. Snakes on a plane.
Those things don't excite me.
Really?
Yeah, because I get worried about being on a plane.
You're worried about snakes on a plane?
No, but Snakes on a Plane I felt like was a movie everyone always talks about as a kid to like scare other kids, but not really.
Yeah. Okay, but that's all I got.
I wanted to add, because we've gotten people who have said this to us, because obviously like we talked about the show so much. The Summer I Turned Pretty is week to week, which is
crazy.
Truly. And you know what? I will say, like, I think that was a really bad idea. I think
agree.
like the hype around the second season would have been so much higher if everyone could have just binged it the first weekend and talked about it. I think it would have been so much, like, some shows are meant to be week to week, 100%. That is such a bingeable show though. Like, I wish they did it all at one time, because it was just, I feel like, not that people lose steam, but I haven't really seen it being talked about that much as it was the first season. Like the first season, I feel like everyone was talking about it because everyone finished it so fast and then wanted to talk about what happened. And the second one, and then it's always like, oh, I haven't caught up on this week's episode and people are behind. We had screeners for the whole season. So I've watched the whole season already, which is why it's hard. I've been kind of waiting to just like for everyone to see the whole season and then like talk about it, instead of doing week to week is kind of tough because I forget like what happened in what episode and I don't want to spoil anything. I think we're probably at episode 5, I think is what people are at now. And I hope everyone's enjoying it. I thoroughly enjoyed it and I want to talk about it when we get to the end. it's just like the week to week thing is tough.
Yeah, it is. I'm shocked that they did that. I definitely think the putting it all out once was perfect for last year, and I think it's died down this year because of that. But we'll see.
I know, definitely.
And that wraps up all the things we watched this week. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you have an amazing weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday. And don't forget, keep subscribing to our YouTube because we are very, very close.
Almost there.
Almost there. We love you guys and have a great weekend.